On Talk 99.5 and Talk 99.5.com. 9:06 our time. It is the 19th of June of 2026, otherwise known as Juneteenth. This would be the day that I guess you could say it's a celebration of the end of slavery. It's hard to believe and remember that, A, there are still countries out there that practice slavery. That alone is, a little disconcerting. But also, given the fact that there are so many people in this country who want to make something of a cottage industry of holding the United States responsible for slavery forever and ever, amen. Remember, we actually stopped it. We fought a war to stop it. That seems like a pretty positive thing right there. And there's not really a country on the face of the earth that did not at one time or another practice slavery. But those who make a cottage industry of reminding everybody about America's slaveholding past like to pretend that the United States invented slavery. We
No, it
did
goes
not.
way, way back before that.
You ever see the movie The Ten Commandments? What do you think those Jews were, huh? Do you think they were just randomly there? They were helpers to the Egyptians. They were there of their own volition to build those pyramids. No, they were slaves. That's why Moses, had to go to the Pharaoh and say, "Let my people go," et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So, and slavery even predates that. So, I think it's a good thing that we celebrate the end of slavery in the United States of America, maybe not be so hard on ourselves when every other country has been down this road
Yeah.
at least once.
Yeah, also a little bit of breaking news this morning. And, we talked about J.D. Vance not going to Switzerland to talk further in this Iran deal. Israel and Hezbollah have now reached a ceasefire as the U.S. and Iran continue to face this 60-day clock where they're trying to figure this out. And that was part of why Iran said that they weren't going to go, anyone from Iran was going to go to Switzerland, was because there was still Israel and Hezbollah doing a little bit of a back and forth. So now that there's this ceasefire, what's holding you up now, Ron?
Yeah, they ought to be on their way over there to get things done this weekend. This, by
Can't
the
get
way,
a direct flight.
this is another ceasefire between Hezbollah and Israel. This is the second time that they have claimed to have a ceasefire, and so we'll see if this one can hold for any length of time. It just seems like Hezbollah cannot help themselves. If they get the opportunity to lob a bomb at some Israelis, they're going to do it. And then, of course, Israel is going to retaliate, and that's the end of the ceasefire. And maybe this one we can get this one to hold on for a little while. 9:08 with Dixon and Vining. Mr. Bugs is ready to come out, kill the bugs that are on the inside of the house, keep the bugs on the outside. That goes for mosquito reduction as well, not to mention termite bonding and small rodent control. They've been doing this for 45 years. They're statewide now, and they know what they are doing. I don't think I've ever had a better pest control company than Mr. Bugs. I mean, they come, no bugs, none, zero, nada, can't find one anywhere. And then, keeping them on the outside, that's always wonderful. But also the mosquito reduction, that's done wonders for me over the years. Get them once a month, once every other month, once every third month, however often you want them on your side. Mr. Bugs is ready to help out. 941-6252 locally. Statewide, it's 844-MRBUGGS. Online, MRBUGGS.com. MrBugs.com. They know what bugs you. Let's take a look at some of the other stuff, the bits and pieces. Oh, this is horrible. We were talking about the, I'm sure you had it yesterday, the Debbie Chase death, the one who did the voice of Lilo.
We had it on our list of things to discuss because that had come out the day before, but we didn't get to it yesterday.
Okay.
So we have a few more details about it now.
She was definitely the voice of Lilo and Lilo and Stitch, but to me, she will always be Samara from The Ring, which is one of the creepiest characters. Did you ever see The Ring? You don't like horror movies.
I didn't see it. No, this would not be on my list.
Steve, you see it? You've seen The Ring?
I have. You're right. It's freaky.
Only reason I saw it is because when I was in New York City for my, was it 41st birthday? I want to say 39th or 41st. No, it was my 39th, 2002. There was a huge billboard in Times Square for The Ring. and it had that kind of burning ring thing as the ring, and it was and I looked at it and I went, I got to see this movie. I've got this ad, which I saw every day for 4 straight days, convinced me to see this movie. And when I did finally watch it, it was one of the creepiest horror movies I'd ever seen, based upon a Japanese. Japan knows their horror. I mean,
They do.
They really have got it down. They know what creeps people out, and so this one, oof, man, really got me. And Samara was among the creepiest parts of the entire thing. But anyway, Devi, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. Dave Chase. She sadly was living a tortured existence in the final months before her death. Apparently, she was addicted to narcotics of some kind. She was living on Skid Row, and there is, in fact, some photos of her, just roughly skin and bones. When you hear about somebody dying from something that you look at and go, a 35-year-old shouldn't be dying from that.
Well, what did she die of? And
Yeah.
that was what I initially, when I saw the story a couple days ago, didn't realize the seriousness of it. I mean, I was very curious at 35. And this could have been another one of those deals where it could have been preventable.
Mm-hmm.
Just she didn't get the help that she needed.
No, she was supposed to be in a rehab facility in Costa Rica, but she did not want to go. They actually picked her up at one point, and then she slipped the noose and got away. And that was it. She just did not want to, didn't want to go, didn't want to be cured, didn't want to be fixed. And consequently, she ended up passing away at a far too early age. Drugs and alcohol, kids, don't let them own you. A real shame. She was in something as recently as 2012, I think I want to say, something like that. Tom Hanks talks about a scene in Castaway that he refuses to watch, and it's not the Wilson.
It's not that. And you would think that that's like the first. And what's so odd, Richard, is I told you this, I guess it was weekend before last, that I happened to flip on the TV, and it was the last few minutes of Castaway. And it's in this one of these scenes.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, I know exactly what he's talking about. And
It's
why
when
it's hard.
He goes back to Helen Hunt. Kelly is her name.
I could see that.
And gives, yes, that's a hard scene to watch. Absolutely.
It is hard.
And he gives her the watch that basically kept him going the whole time.
That had her picture in
Had
it.
a picture in it,
Yeah.
and of course she ended up marrying Chris Noth, the dentist. And it's funny to me because she's like, I never gave up on you. I'm like, well, clearly you did because you married someone
him
else.
and had
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah, hello.
Mm.
But, that's what I call a really extreme weight loss program.
Oh,
Crash on a desert
Oh.
island and live out there for,
he did. He lost a lot of weight for
He
that
did.
role.
They
Yeah.
took a year off from filming. They filmed the first part of it,
yeah.
and then took a year off to allow him to lose the weight and grow the beard.
Was
and
it-
then went back to filming.
Was it
Jeez.
Zemeckis that did that?
Bob Zemeckis,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Because I remember that they said if we really want to do this right, here's how we should do it, and then they said, well, why don't we do it that way? Okay, So then and it's funny because Tom Hanks, if you remember for Saving Private Ryan, he had put on some poundage, and I remember him doing ads for the World War II memorial. They were trying to raise money for the World War II, which is, by the way, in Washington, D.C., one of the coolest memorials there. If you get a chance to go,
Go see it.
take an hour.
It'll take your breath away.
It will take you an hour to really appreciate this memorial, and I'm glad that he managed to get it built. And it was shocking to me when I found out there wasn't one. I'm like, I've been to Washington, D.C. a couple of times. I guess I didn't notice that there wasn't an ode to the guys who fought in World War II. But the ads that he was doing to raise the money, I mean, he was just a chunkster. And so when they started shooting, I'm wondering, did he put on some padding specifically so that he'd look a little bloated and white at the beginning of that movie and then take the year off? And my God, how much this is pre-Ozempic, people.
Yeah, that's hard to do. It really is.
How much weight did he have to lose? But I'm sure he was thinking, like, it's for a paycheck, Tom. It's for a paycheck, Tom. You got to do it.
Yep.
They were talking about doing a Castaway 2, but I think they've
I hope
decided
they
to
leave
cancel.
that alone.
Yeah, I hope so.
I
too.
think, again, you see the last 15 minutes of that film, and I don't think you don't need a two.
No.
You really
They
don't.
say he lost 50 pounds.
50 pounds. Good job. One of the things I like, and I used to get into fights with a friend of mine about this. I like movies that don't end neatly. because life doesn't, you know?
Right.
Your life is never, ever in a neat little package.
And that's why I think this movie ended the way
Yeah.
that it did, because if it ended the way your heart wanted it to end,
Yeah.
again,
Yeah.
it would have been a neat package
Right.
film and almost disappointing. It would have been disappointing.
I tend to prefer a film that keeps you guessing, leaves you guessing. It's like Up in the Air, the George Clooney film, another movie that just ends on a kind of a, well, what the hell's going on now? And it's great. I love that. That's what I want out of my movies.
Let your mind fill in the blanks.
Exactly. And my mind is filthy, so it's going to be really bad.
Don't watch The Sopranos then.
Okay.
You don't.
9:16 with Dixon and Vining at Talk 99.5, talk995.com. And Steve gets a turn. He's going to talk about Toy Story 5 coming up next. Down to yeah, man. Kentucky Headhunters, right? Oh, man. I really like these guys. 921 Talk 995, talk995.com. It is Dixon. It is Vining. It is Friday. It is Juneteenth. And it is the perfect time for you to head on over to Lake Logan Martin and take a little spin on a boat from Rodney's Marine. Yep. They've got the Silver Wave. They got the Starcraft. They got Tri-Tunes, pontoons. They got the Savannah center consoles, and they've got the Suzuki engines that have got 7-year warranties on them now, right up until July 2nd. Then they go back to the 5-year warranty. 5 is great. 7 is better, obviously.
Yeah, take advantage of this. I mean, from time to time, this happens with Suzuki, and it's rare. And I would just tell you that if you are thinking about getting a boat, if you have a boat and you have an engine that you're ready to maybe repower that engine with Suzuki, this is the time to do it. That 7-year limited warranty, take advantage of it. Rodney's just great. We love Rodney's Marine, the folks that are out there to service you in so many different ways, the valet service that is there. If you need an accessory put on your boat, they can help you with that. Or come by, purchase the accessory from Rodney's Marine and put it on your boat yourself if you want to do that. But just so many different things to love about Rodney's Marine. Get in touch with them today, over the weekend. Go see them, 525-1500. They're right there off of Highway 231 in Cropwell. You can find them on Facebook, and, of course, their website is rodneysmarine.com. Go get a boat, go have some fun this summer, and take advantage of the Suzuki 7-year limited warranty.
And now, this guy.
It's Steve's turn.
So, went and saw the 5th installment of the Toy Story franchise. It's out officially now. The gang is back. Woody, Buzz, Jessie, all the toys that we're so familiar with. We're still in Bonnie's home, but there are many, many call-outs to, stuff in the past, especially Tim Allen and Tom Hanks, that stuff that they've been in. But we see an updated Buzz Lightyear shipment. That's kind of a callback to what we were just talking about, the Tom Hanks movie. That's going to come into play. Older Disney movies kind of get some call-outs there in some ways. Thing is, at 1 hour, 42 minutes, this isn't a terrifically long movie, but sometimes it seems to play a little bit longer. So your basic plot, we're back with young Bonnie. She's the caretaker of the toys, save Woody. Call back to Toy Story 4 there. If you didn't see Toy Story 4, you're kind of wondering why he wasn't there. Probably ought to watch it. Bonnie's, though, having trouble making friends, even with people her own age, kids her own age in her own neighborhood. So her parents are trying to figure out a way to get her to be able to go back and forth with other people her age, and they introduce a new toy. It's called LilyPad. It's an iPad-like device for kids. Welcome to social media. And even in the world of kids, it ain't kind. It's kind of like Facebook. It allows people to be, jackasses. Or for texting, that matter. There's some anonymity there, and it allows you to be a jerk. So the toys are in a quandary about how they fit into this new electronic world, and in the meantime, we go on adventure after adventure, kind of going back and introducing Jessie's first kid in a roundabout way. The story overall is good. The movie doesn't seem to hold all the magic the former installments did, and with the ending leaving things open for a potential 6th installment, especially with the mid-credits scene, yes, there is one. I do wonder how many times that Pixar is going to dive back into the Toy Story toy box. But, I don't know, maybe it's like kind of John Wickish in that Keanu Reeves has said that he will make the movies as long as people go see them. But being Toy Story and being the known entity that it is, the parents that saw the original as kids are now taking their own kids to it and likely will in droves. And it's a good movie. Don't get me wrong. It could have been better. It kind of ends up being a morality play because you've got the electronic toys on one side and you've got the regular old-fashioned toys on the other side. And now we have to figure out how to work together, and now all of a sudden everything's kumbaya kind of sort of thing. But, yeah, I mean, this is, a couple hours well spent for parents to bring their kids to. Like most animated movies these days, there's enough to keep the parents entertained. But, again, this isn't the best of the Toy Story franchise. About a 7.5 out of 10.
7.5. 7.5.
Yeah. It's not terrible when we hear how Steve grades things in the past. That doesn't sound terrible, but...
You talking about the way he grades Jeff's jokes?
That's another grading system.
How he's
entirely.
graded movies in the past, I would say. That's,
7.5 is not bad. This is disturbing to me, though, I must say.
Is it?
Well, I went into Toy Story 4 fairly trepidatiously, going like, how many bites at this apple are we going to take? I thought 3 ended wonderfully. It just felt like a wrap up, a completion. And there was no reason to go another step. And then I just loved Toy Story 4. I was like, wow, that was way better than I expected it to be. And aside from 2, which is sort of a tentpole, it just, to me, that one stands up better than any of the others. 2 was my favorite. The other 3 are kind of in the same category, which is good, solid, funny entertainment, well made. I mean, there's nothing wrong with any of them. You said the same thing that Debbie said. This isn't the best one.
Right.
And I read a review that said the same thing. This isn't the best one. I'm like, okay, well, it doesn't have to be the best one, but is it any good?
It's good.
Yeah.
But the other ones, you can tell that there's a step down.
Okay.
That's disappointing. And again, you're going to constantly compare one of the Toy Story movies to the others.
Sure.
And so you want it to be as good or better.
Do
That's your
you-
expectation.
Do you have a favorite of the Toy Story family? Which one would you say?
It's
is
the first one I would.
You like the first one?
I
really
love
like
the first one. I love the second one. I'm kind of with you. I think the second one was a really, really top-notch film.
I feel like they got it. They got their wind, and they were right on the money with that one. So now let me switch gears on you and say which Dirty Harry film was the best? Because there were 5 of those too.
Oh, Lord.
Wow. I'd have to think back on that. It's been a while since I watched any of them, truth be told.
Really?
Yeah. Probably too long. I really ought to go back and do it.
I've got them all on DVD.
Of
if
course
you
you
need them.
do.
Of course I do. Magnum Force for me. That's the best one, and I don't know if that's the second one or third one. I don't recall, but Magnum Force, the one where you got the guys, you had David Soul in there and Robert Urich and I
the
think
rookie cops, yeah.
yeah, the rookie cops who were actually killing
I
the.
say that was the second one.
I think that was the second one. So again, the number 2 manages to rise up and stand above the others. There were a couple. There was one really bad one in there. The fourth or fifth one. The fifth one was actually pretty good. The fourth one was just like sudden impact. I think it was like.
Is that the one with a really young Jim Carrey?
Yeah, I think that was it. Or maybe that was the last one. I don't know. The one with Jim Carrey also had Guns N' Roses in it, right?
Yeah.
As I recall.
Yeah, it did. It did.
Now this is the one with Sandra Locke, and she was terrible.
Yeah.
She was just terrible. And then I found out it was directed by Clint Eastwood. And I was like, oh, you're better than this. What are you doing? Oh my God. Anyway,
It's the trouble when you start going down the road of going through this many number of movies to try and keep the quality up. It's not the easiest thing in the world.
No.
Because how many different stories can you do and still keep the quality?
you want to end on a high note. I'd like
And
to
I thought
think.
4 did.
I
No.
thought
And
4
that's
did.
why maybe you start with 5 and you work your way.
Yeah.
Then you work toward the best. But, that's not how it works.
If you start with
But
5,
you're-
yeah.
Well, but I
You
also
know?
Be
think
confused.
when it came to the screenwriters on this one, they said that they ended it with 4, and then Disney wanted to go and do other stuff, kind of separate things out. We saw what happened with Lightyear, and that was god-awful.
Whoopsie.
So the parent company convinced the Disney people go back to the Toy Story toy box, and they weren't really prepared for that.
Yeah. It's tough when you write yourself a nice ending, and then they go, well, see if you can bring that guy back to life. What? Bring him back to life? He's dead. His head got cut off. He's got no vocal cords. He's got no breathing. There's nothing. No head.
Kind of difficult
No
to
brain. Nothing. In the words of Robert Downey Jr., guess what? You're a writer. You'll figure it out. It's 9:30. Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, talk995.com. 9:35, Dixon Divining, Talk 99.5, talk995.com. Alabama Men's Clinic worried about your testosterone. They want to look into it. They want to find out what the situation is. Where do you stand? What do you got? You're between 600 and 900. If not, then you're probably a little draggy. You're probably struggling a little bit, maybe having trouble taking off weight. That's pretty common when you have low T. They would love to help you with that, and they can. Initial consultation, $99. If you don't like what you see or hear in that first visit and you just want to walk away, you can do that. Nothing is going to bind you to the Alabama Men's Clinic. If, on the other hand, you do like what you hear and they start telling you about how you can have your life back and be much better, whether it be the low T, the ED, the hair loss, the weight loss, or all of the above, they can help you with things like peptides and GLP-1. They treat the whole man, which is wonderful. And you can stick around and talk about what it is they can do for you. The Alabama Men's Clinic, 598-7000, 598-7000, or online at alabamamensclinic.com. Make an appointment there in 30 seconds or less and begin improving your life almost immediately. Hostess has got something new for this summer. I think it actually was out at one point in the past, and now they're just bringing it back for a minute.
You're going, look, it's new.
Yeah.
It's new again. Let's do this again.
What is it with the whole, let's bring this back for a minute, you know? You're like, why don't you just put them on the shelf and leave them there, damn it? I suppose they have to keep things, shaken up a little bit.
I blame McDonald's and the McRib.
I blame Chick-fil-A and the pimento chicken sandwich.
There you go.
Just leave it alone, would you, please?
This is the strawberry mini donut, the Hostess donut.
Oh, yum.
Mm-hmm. Strawberry mini donuts. They look like they would suck every bit of moisture out of your mouth the minute you take a bite.
Yeah, the packaging, this isn't very pretty packaging. I don't know what they were going with, but...
Well, they got America's 250th birthday on there.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm sure that's... I'm surprised at the number of products that are tying in with America's 250.
Everybody's putting it on everything.
Suddenly you're getting all patriotic on us. I see how things are. Okay. Yeah. Celebrating America's 250th. Grab these miniature treats in 10-ounce bags or individual sleeves at the grocery store. They've been spotted at Walmart, but according to the Hostess's website, they can be found at Giant, Kroger, and select regional stores as well. Alrighty. You can also pick up the red, white, and blue Twinkie.
Yeah,
if you're so inclined.
Of course you can.
Mm-hmm. That is a patriotic twink, baby. Haribo, bringing back its best gummy bears.
They have great ads. I love the grown men that talk like little kids.
That makes
eating
one of you.
these. I really do. I get a kick out of it.
I'm worn out on that one, man. Spring of 26 has been good to Haribo fans from the triumphant return of the best gummy bears ever to an international favorite finally landing stateside. Haribo's lineup has really started to heat up just like the temperature outdoors. Haribo brings back Twin Snakes Tropical and Gold Bears Tropical. This is the vibrant flavors of the iconic gummy bears. Gold Bears Tropical features pineapple, kiwi, passion fruit, and paradise punch. Gummy bears for a fruity taste that is sweet and tangy. If you know anything about Haribo's original Gold Bears, you know the clear pineapple flavor gummy bear is the best. So we couldn't be more excited for the Gold Bears Tropical Mix. All right, if you say so.
Yeah, I do like the pineapple.
Fan favorite Twin Snakes, which are two gummy snakes, one sweet, one sour, coiled together, have also gone tropical this summer with a limited edition island-inspired flavors. Instead of the traditional flavors like apple and lemon or cherry and orange, these straight-from-paradise gummies include sweet mango and sour lime, sweet paradise punch and sour pineapple, sweet passion fruit, and sour tangerine. To me, it's just a texture thing. I've never, ever gotten gummy bears.
Don't like them, huh?
Well, I mean, it's like chewing an eraser. What's the thought
Yeah, but the
process
flavor
there?
and it's really good.
Oh, no.
Oh, I love them.
No.
I do. I mean, I don't eat them that often, but somebody's offering them. I'm like, yeah, I'll take a couple of those.
You know, there's a bunch of over-the-counter drugs that I take, melatonin being one of them to help sleep. You know, when you go to bed at 8:30 at night, a lot of times it's difficult to go right to sleep. So you take a little something that helps get you on your way and then keeps you there. It's always good. It is tough to find melatonin pills. Everybody wants to sell you melatonin gummies. I find that that's going to be the case with multivitamins. Oh, you got multivitamin gummies. I'm like, I'm not 5. I'm an adult. I know I can.
Yeah, they even do Tums now that come in the chewy tablets.
What is the thought
Like
process?
if you need a Tum, I'm like, oh, that's more like candy. Let me have 3 more of those.
Feeling better already.
Yeah, I feel great.
The Takeout, A. Riley, writes about 10 milk chocolate bars ranked by taste and texture.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to save this for a 7:30 bit, but it doesn't seem worthy of it.
Something we can run through pretty quickly.
Pretty quickly, 10 Cadbury Dairy Milk.
See, I've always heard people like Cadbury.
I like a Cadbury.
Cadbury's
and
not
texture.
bad.
I'm a fan. It's kind of creamy.
Okay.
Number 9, Hershey's. I wouldn't put Hershey's above
No,
Cadbury.
no,
that's
I
for
wouldn't
sure.
either.
Number 8, Dove. Okay.
Pretty good. I like Dove.
Okay.
that. Number 7, Moser Roth.
Yeah,
Never
these
heard
are
of it.
good.
Oh, they
These
sell
are
these-
really excellent.
This is Aldi, right?
This
They
is-
sell
this-
these at Aldi?
Aldi, and that they may do it at World Market, but I'm not. Don't
Oh.
hold me to that. But I do know Aldi has these, and they're very good.
Oh, they're good.
There's all kinds of different flavors.
Tasty. Number 6, Ghirardelli.
Very good.
Everybody loves the Ghirardelli.
Sure.
Mhm.
Number 5, Toblerone. I don't like
yes.
the little pieces of nut in there. What is it in there? I don't
Like
know.
Crunch of some
Yeah,
sort.
there's a little crunchy thing.
Almond. I
that's-
guess it's almond
Is it
nougat.
almonds? I don't care for it.
No.
Just give me the chocolate, damn it. And stop making them smaller. You can see that they actually are, the little spikes have become tinier and tinier as time goes by. Shrinkflation. Here's something I've never tried. Tony's Chocolonely. Chocolonely.
Where did I see these recently?
I think I
Because
saw
the
'em at
packaging.
Walmart.
Maybe it was Walmart. I've seen these recently, but I don't know that I've ever had them.
I know I've never had one. And
Never
now,
even heard of it.
Now I want to. Very bright. Tony's is in big letters. And then underneath it says Chocolonely. And then there's a variety of different flavors here. I think there's some with nuts, some without. There's some that are just milk chocolate. There's some that's dark chocolate.
Seems like bad advertising. Choco Lonely?
Founded by a former Dutch journalist whose aim was to produce chocolate using fair trade and non-exploitative practices. It's a bar for those of us who expect a bold cocoa flavor, definitely sweet, but it's also hefty, slightly buttery, and thick, each bite cracking off sharply from the bar. It's a testament to the power of Tony's 5 simple quality ingredients.
And again, very bright packaging. It's hard to miss these.
Tony's.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, Green and Blacks. Never heard of it.
What?
They sell it at Whole Foods, I think.
Do they?
Uh-huh.
That's why I've never heard of it. Number 2, Ritter Sport. Also,
Nope.
nothing.
Where's the packaging? We need to be able to see the
They're
packaging.
not giving it to us. They're just
What?
showing us the chocolate.
I don't know what
Ritter
this is.
Sport. German chocolate not only earns high marks for flavor and texture, but also the sheer ingenuity that has kept it on top for over a century.
On top of what?
On top of Old Smoke.
I don't know.
Yeah, I was
And-
thinking maybe the Matterhorn.
Number 1, Lindt. Lindt. Lindt.
I like Lindt.
that's pretty
Yeah.
good.
Normally you're talking about getting their truffles, Lindt truffles, a lot of those.
Yeah.
But this is they actually just sell a standard
Milk chocolate
milk
bar.
chocolate bar, which I have not seen because I haven't been looking for it. But maybe I'll go track it down now. I love a good chocolate bar. It's got to be good though. I like what I do is I'll buy a big one, and I did the Moser Roth thing. I bought that about 2 months ago.
Yeah.
I think I got one piece of it left sitting in my freezer,
Yeah.
and it's cool because
They
it's individually wrapped.
I
yeah.
like the individual wrap, but
Separated out, yeah.
even that is almost too much.
Yeah,
You need
You're
maybe
right.
half of one of those.
if they could rewrap, that'd be better.
Listen to us working on their marketing again. Hey guys, could you half the half?
I'm gonna fix that for you.
Yeah.
And put some pimento cheese on it. Panera's bringing back a fan favorite menu item after a decade. Fresh salad, hearty bowls, new breakfast options for its summer menu. Fan favorite protein making a comeback after being off the menu for 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah, new summer menu, salad options, okay. Baja, the return of shrimp. Shrimp to Panera's menu after a decade-long hiatus.
That salad looks pretty good in the picture we're seeing. I think that's the sesame ginger
Mm-hmm.
chicken. Oh, golly. Looks really good.
After what I've just been through, it'll be a while before I eat
No, I
another
don't think you
salad.
want a
I just want you
salad.
to know I don't.
You're going to be
think,
anti-salad for a long time.
Anti-salad,
And
anti-ranch
anti-ranch.
dressing. Yeah, no ranch dressing for me. Get that away from me. Isn't it funny how you have that sort of visceral dislike? You're like, I know it didn't. I mean, it did cause, but it wasn't like all ranch dressing is not going to kill me.
Mine
now I'm
is
terrified
mine
of it.
is lemon jello. Don't give me lemon jello. I had that right after her surgery, and I wasn't off the anesthesia yet.
Oh,
Oh, I look like something out of a horror movie. Everybody ran from the room. Oh my God! She's spewing it everywhere.
ay.
Run.
It's difficult to keep down after that.
It was terrible. It was terrible.
Taco Bell bringing back the Enchilado
Mm.
and launching new cinnamon sugar churros. Yeah, the Enchilado looks just like it used to back in the day. You know, basically it's a burrito and an enchilada. It's got that red sauce over the top of it. They throw a little cheddar cheese, you know, to
Looks pretty
You know, they're
good.
regular 6 ingredients.
yeah, that's it. That's exactly right. I think their only difference is this one does not have reduced fat sour cream or any sour cream.
No sour cream.
So wrong. How
oh my
dare
gosh,
you?
what's wrong with these
How
people?
dare
Order
you
that on
people.
the
Sour
side.
cream makes everything taste
Except
better.
for Valerie, because they don't offer the full fat.
No, without the full fat, there's no point. I could go for an enchilada. Jeez, I gotta get away from my Taco Bell cravings.
It's really funny.
I was going out to a lot of shows and things, and then on the way home, Taco
It's
Bell
right
was just
there.
right there,
Yeah.
you know, and it'd be like, oh, this is easy. I didn't eat dinner. I'm gonna swing in here, grab myself some Taco Bell. $30 later, I'm on my way home with a bag full of Taco Bell that I'm eating
Jeez.
Friday night and Saturday afternoon.
Mm.
And it's like, this is not good for you, Richard. You can't do this. This is like that. That's the only fast food that I've eaten lately,
Well, that's not so bad.
and I've eaten far too much of it.
Mm.
9:47 with Dixon and Vining. Dixon and Vining question of the day coming your way next. Stick around. How about some texts? Sure, why not? Tracy says, I'm a Chevy girl. Then says, Ford equals found on road dead. Jeep equals just empty every pocket.
So true.
Let's not forget Fiat. Fix it again, Tony.
I've also heard fix it again twice.
That works too. Joe says, my 2013 Tundra 6-cylinder has 460,000 miles on it. It's still a workhorse every day. It does burn oil, but it doesn't leak a drop. My wife's 22 Bronco Sport is nothing but a giant computer on 4 wheels. Today is our 37th wedding anniversary. Congratulations.
Wow.
Happy anniversary.
A lot
She
going
had a
on.
silver
460,000 miles.
460,000
Wow, I would say you got your money's worth out of that vehicle.
Absolutely. Clint says, Juneteenth, absolutely great reason for a holiday. Possibly the worst name for a holiday in history. Seriously, who came up with a name for this holiday? Is that the best they could do? Apparently so. Dave says, we fought a war, and that was part of it. Yes, I agree. I understand. Look, in the North, we learned that the North was taking advantage of the South's good nature, and the industrial North was abusing the South, that we actually had better trade terms with England than we did with the American South up in the northern section. We learned a different brand of history up there, and a lot of people down here just learned it was over slavery. It was part of it. Part of it, sure. Craig says Iran might just be too embarrassed to tell President Trump they can't get to Switzerland because he blew all their planes up.
Hey, we could give them a ride if
Could
they
be
need
true.
it. Just ask for,
Listen, they
hitchhike there.
This is embarrassing, but could you swing by and pick us up? That would be fantastic.
We'll find an old DC-10 for you.
That would be great. Thank you. Terry says, I would like to be first in line to see a sequel to Castaway. That ending has plagued me.
Plagued you.
Maybe the ending should have been where he just drove off. Instead of going to that intersection and the woman that pulls up in the pickup truck.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious that that's,
Yeah, but I mean.
Yeah, that's her. That's the woman whose package he's been holding on to that whole time. The one that he refused to open, which was, mysterious throughout the whole thing. Like, what's in there? Why is he not opening it? He just decided this is the one I'm not going to open.
Mm-hmm.
Held on to it the whole time. Meets her at the crossroads. Doesn't know it's her until she drives away. You see the butterfly on the back of her truck.
Design.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's how you know that, I just dropped that package off over there. And it becomes a question of, is he going back to that house?
We don't know
or is
the
he
answer.
going to drive on or what? That's what I love about that. I think that's the best ending you could possibly have. Everyone can write their own,
Leave it.
Yeah, we don't need to know. I don't need to know. In fact, I prefer not knowing. How about that? AJ says Tom Hanks lost the weight for the Philadelphia movie where he had AIDS. Yeah, he lost.
He lost weight for that movie,
yeah,
but that was several years before Castaway.
Well before Castaway, absolutely. Let's see. Scott says The Truman Show, when he's kept the sweater from the young lady with the button that how does it end? Nice imagined ending. Yeah, he walks off and goes right through that door, and you have no idea what happens next. You see her at the TV jumping up and running off, presumably to the studio to meet him. We don't know.
I think so.
Because we never do find out. Again, these are great endings, in my opinion. Imagine the rest of it. John says, have you ever seen the original Frank Oz version of the musical Little Shop of Horrors? Everybody dies. I have seen that. I have seen that, and it's really
Seems a
quite
little
good.
dark.
It's my kind of movie. Don says, well, Richard, we live life every day and have seen things go to hell like the 2020 election. The point is for me to escape and have hope, just like, do you want the everyday guy for a politician or one who is excellent and can lead? FYI, if you want a heart-wrenching ending, then Hanks comes back and finds Hunt is dying of cancer.
Oh,
Irony.
Whoa.
T-Town Dawn.
Man.
Jeez, that you talk about dark.
Hello.
That got dark really fast. Sean, have you guys tried Little Gino's pizza rolls? It's what I started on. I love them. They either don't exist anymore or they're a northern thing. I have a problem with the pizza rolls. I've got my 6-month no pizza roll chip from PA, Pizza Rolls Anonymous. Gino's and Tostino's actually merged, is what happened there. And that's why Gino's went away. Gino's was the original pizza roll, and Tostino's bought them out, I think.
It's amazing that you guys know this much about Totino rolls and pizza rolls.
For one thing, it's out of Minneapolis,
Gino's
so it's where I came
rolls.
from. And secondly, it was a big chapter in the food that made America. So, and I was watching, I was like, oh, and I was wondering what happened to Gino's. Yeah, that's right. Okay, they got bought out. That makes sense. Roger says, what have they done to Apple Jacks? They taste like cherry O's with sugar. I have no idea.
Hadn't tried them in a long
I
time.
have no idea.
Frosty sends along pictures of Tony's chocolate bars and says, hey now, pretty decent. Your hey now is way early, Frosty, and so we have to now block you.
Block you
You're
forever.
done. Sorry about that.
He's like, wait.
Help, I missed the name of the good chocolate at Aldi. Do you have time to repeat? Asks Geneva. Is it Mother Ross? What is it?
Something Ross.
Something
It
like
comes
that.
in a thing package, and inside are individually wrapped,
Mm-hmm.
like 5 of them.
Mm-hmm. Really good.
They don't. There's one little section of candy bars. They'll be easy to find at
Yeah,
Aldi.
yeah,
There's
you-
not a lot of.
you-
There's one little section.
That's right. The second word is Roth. I think I got that part
yeah,
right.
Roth.
The-
I think
the
you're
first
right.
one starts with an M.
Something with an M.
Mosier, something like
I don't
that.
know
I don't
what it
remember.
is.
Anyway, let's do this, shall we?
Dixon and Vining's question of the day.
I like to check back every once in a while, find out what the answer to this one is. The greatest American rock group of all time is Steve.
I don't think I really have to answer this. You probably know it
Journey.
already.
We
It's
know the
Journey.
answer.
Thank you.
It's Journey.
Yeah.
What about you, Valerie?
I'm going Aerosmith.
I love Aerosmith. I really do.
There's some others too that would work just as well.
If we're going North America, I would say the band.
The
Okay.
band, yes.
But that's a little unfair.
If you're just going U.S. America,
We're going U.S. America. I want to say Steely Dan.
Whoa.
good
Yeah,
choice.
That's a hard. It's tough to beat the Eagles. We mentioned this the other day. Now there's been this movement to sort of hate the Eagles lately, but the fact is they're a really good band. They're kind of like the Beatles in that they put out a very limited number of albums. They broke up for a long time. They did finally get back together again. Def Leppard says one. Kiss is the only group that raised an army, says James. Warren says, you mean besides Van Halen? Yeah. Jane says Cash Domino Killers. Oh, well, there
Well,
you
that
go.
was
Thank you.
nice.
Appreciate that. Skinnerd, says Chuck. By America, I'm pretty sure you mean the United States, as America is a continent. The Beatles, says George. George.
You need to get together with the person who said Def Leppard and realize you're both talking about British groups.
Can I tell you the number of people that put Led Zeppelin down is depressing?
Again,
I mean, depressing.
British group.
Led Zeppelin is 100% English, no ifs, ands, or buts. There's not even an American guy who found his way in there. No. Gary says, musically, it's between the Allman Brothers and Steely Dan. I like that. Glenn Miller Orchestra, okay. Secular rock, a tie between Boston and Kansas. Christian rock, I don't even want to talk about it, Daniel. Let's see. River Bottom Nightmare Band. What?
Yeah, huh?
Subjective in the opinions, says Kurt.
Sure.
ZZ Top, they did it their way. Milli Vanilli?
Right.
Why not? Yes, the Eagles and Grand Funk Railroad. We're out of here. Back Monday, dark and early. Talking
Bye,
to
y'all.
Dixon Lighting. Bye-bye now.